Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome everyone to the workshop titled Workshop on Professional Web Design, which is arranged by Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dhaka International University, and People and Tech Limited. This program is powered by the DIU Computer Programming Club. The motive of this workshop is to make our foreign students skilled and up to date with the time. Before starting the workshop, I want to thank Dr. Hafiz Mohammad Hassan Babu, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, University of Dhaka, Advisor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dhaka International University, Professor Dr. A.T.M. Mahabur Rahman, Dean, Faculty of Science and Engineering, Dhaka International University, Chairman, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dhaka International University, Mohammad Abdul Hamid, COO, People and Tech Limited, and Arman Hakim Shagor, Senior Faculty, People and Tech Limited. My dear colleagues, students, and all the participants to attend this workshop. Here we are presenting this session. Me, Khondokar Mohammad Muhyiddin, lecturer and coordinator of foreign students, Department of CC, Dhaka International University, and Mohammad Mahabur Rahman, lecturer, Department of CC, Dhaka International University. Firstly, I'd like to invite our guardian, Dr. Hafiz Mohammad Hassan Babu sir, for giving his special speech. Dr. Hafiz Mohammad Hassan Babu sir.
Thank you, Mr. Muhyiddin. A good evening, everybody. I am very much happy that the Computer Science and Engineering Department of Dhaka International University is organizing such a very fruitful program for the students of computer science and engineering, especially for the students, foreign students who comes from Somalia and many other foreign countries. You know, now we have the era of fourth industrial revolutions. We people always are surrounded by the technologies, and at the same time, the government of Bangladesh has already been declared this country as the digital Bangladesh. Digital Bangladesh is nothing. It means the Bangladesh can be improved its quality or development with the help of fourth industrial revolutions or the industrializations, what we can say. And if we want to make the country successful with the help of industrializations, we need to use the technologies here. And especially when we talk about the technology, mostly we know that technologies are very much important, which are information technology. In the information technology, you know that we have that hardware and software and many new devices surrounded us, mobile communications and many other communications that we know very well. You know that Dhaka International University, it is a university which not only teach the students to learn the theoretical, to earn the theoretical knowledges. At the same time, this department, the Computer Science and Engineering Department, always thinking about the practical knowledges of the students, because after successful completions of the degree from Computer Science and Engineering Department of Dhaka International University, every student needs to seek for a job. When students seek for a job, they should have the practical knowledges. So we are very much careful about the practical knowledges of the students in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. And today's program actually focuses as this program is an example of such practical classes. Our Muhyiddin, and the other people who are actually organizing with the organizations. I don't know what is the name of the organization, Muhyiddin?
People and Tech Limited.
Huh?
People and Tech Limited.
People and Tech Limited. I hope the People and Tech Limited, they will contribute their practical knowledges to our beloved foreign students who are attending in this program. I always talk, when I talk with my people in the country, I always tell that computer science and engineering is a subject or a program consisting of practical knowledges. We just not to learn or earn the theoretical knowledges. At the same time, we should earn the practical knowledges of many more softwares and hardwares related to the computer science and engineering. So people in Tech Limited will forecast their practical experiences to our beloved foreign students who are studying in the computer science and engineering department of Dhaka International University. I think you people, the people in Tech Limited, the Arman Hakim Shagor, he's here. I have the earnest request to Mr. Shagor, because the students who are attending in today's class, they are not the usual Bangladeshi students. They are the foreign students. Actually, when they will return and after gathering fruitful knowledges from your discussions, they will also talk about your company in their own country. It will be the prestigious issue of your organizations in abroad as well. So you should take this privilege to provide your knowledges, best knowledges to my beloved students who are attending in these classes. And sometimes when we are talking about the seminar workshop program, we always think about the talking of the theoretical knowledges. So I request Mr. Shagor, you can talk about the theoretical knowledges, but at the same time, you can show the practical experiences, practical examples, or practical implementations of those theoretical knowledges in this workshop. When my beloved students will get the theory as well as the practical classes from your side, they will be interested and they will actually talk about your company, not only in Bangladesh, also in their own countries as well. So, and Mr. Shagor, again I request you to when you will show the practical classes, you may have give them a small example to do in their own sites, and they can show it through the Zoom, or you can ask them, how did you complete this problem, a small problem that we have given you. And this way you need to make it interactive, because student will just listen, and student will just, after listening, they will leave the workshop or seminar. It will be the one-side program. It will not be the interactive. It will not be the interesting program. So you need to make a program successful when it is the both sides or interactive classes. You should give some problem to the student. Student may solve it and provide you the solutions, or a student may have the question to ask you, and this way the class will be effective, and this will get the more fruitful, successful of the program. And we know our honorable chairman of the trustee board, Barrister Shamim Haidar Patwari, he already he was informed about this program, and he already wishes the successful completions of this program. And sometimes later we will arrange a big program in this under the Department of Computer Science and Engineering for your organizations. And I am talking another aspect that as I am the president of Bangladesh Computer Society and also the president of International Internet Society Bangladesh chapter, I have the plan, if you do a good program, fruitful program here, I will arrange a training sessions from your organizations in my society, so that throughout the people who are working in the government offices, they will get the knowledges from your side. Thank you. I don't want to make my speech too long, so that it will be boring for all the people, because we are waiting for the knowledges from Mr. Shagor and the practical classes as well to enjoy to make this seminar or workshop successful. Thank you, Mr. Mohyuddin. Thank you all, and thank you, the Professor Dr. A.T.M. Mahabubur Rahman, to send me a request to attend this seminar. And my beloved students, you know, now the Bangladesh and all the whole world is passing a very critical moment due to the COVID-19, and I hope that you will be very much careful about the disease, and you need to enjoy this seminar or symposium to enhance your knowledges through the practical classes. Thank you all. May God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your splendid words. We are very lucky to have you with us. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. A.T.M. Mahbubur Rahman, Chairman, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dhaka International University, to inaugurate our session. Dr. A.T.M. Mahbubur Rahman, sir.
Thanks to Mr. Mohiuddin. Good evening, everybody. Today's our workshop on professional web design, which is organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering and People and Tech Limited. First of all, I would like to thank Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Hafiz Mohammad Hassan Babu, former Pro VC, National University, and Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, University of Dhaka, for spending this valuable time to us. I also thank to keynote speaker Mohammad Abdul Hamid, CEO, People and Tech Limited, speakers Arman Hakim Shagor, Senior Faculty, People and Tech Limited, host of the program Muhammad Mahbubur Rahman and Khandokar Mohiuddin Ahmed, all teachers of the CSE department, all students, printing and electronics media, DIU IT section, CPC club, and those who attend Facebook and other platform, all of them, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think that the challenge of the fourth industrial revolution, the industry and academic have to work together. Today's workshop is a part of this. I hope from this workshop, the students can learn many things which will be benefited them in their professional life. Lastly, I would like to thank the authority of DIU and Board of Trustees Chairman, Barrister Shamim Haidar Patwari, and Vice Chairman Dr. Shahidul Kader Patwari sir for their cooperation. And again, I thanks to all. And now I would like to request to the main speaker to start his presentation. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like Arman Hakim Shagor. Yes, sir.
Actually, I will leave the program because I have another work. Before leaving, আমি তোমাকে একটু রিকোয়েস্ট করি মাহবুব স্যারকে থাকবে প্রোগ্রামে একটা প্রেস রিলিজ তৈরি করিও, যেখানে থাকবে যে ঢাকা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ইউনিভার্সিটির 100 অধিক মানে শতাধিক। হ্যাঁ
স্যার, আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার, আমি ইন্টারাপ্ট করি স্যার।
জি
স্যার, আমাদের প্রোগ্রামটা লাইভে হচ্ছে তো, ফেসবুক লাইভে চলতেছে।
আচ্ছা, তাহলে এটা
জি স্যার, আমরা আপনার সাথে কমিউনিকেশন করে নিব স্যার।
স্যার, আমি আপনার সাথে কথা বলে নিব স্যার।
কথা বলে নিও। আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি আই এম লিভিং দ্য প্রোগ্রাম বিকজ আই হ্যাভ অ্যানাদার ওয়ার্ক। হ্যাঁ, থ্যাংক ইউ
ভেরি মাচ স্যার।
কন্টিনিউ করেন। থ্যাংক ইউ
ভেরি মাচ স্যার ফর জয়েনিং উইথ আস। থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। So now I would like to invite our main person who will instruct the program and conduct the program, our instructor Arman Hakim Shagor, to conduct his session. Mr. Arman Hakim Session, Senior Faculty, People and Tech Limited.
So thank you, Jilani sir.
Yes.
I would like to thank you, Mr. Arman Shagor sir, because before that I would like to thank you, Dhaka International University, for conducting such a session. And Dhaka International University, Department of CSC always try to organize some informative sessions for our beloved students. And these sessions only for our foreign students. And all of our Bengali students can watch this program for the Facebook Live. So I think today we will learn something from our resource person about how to develop a website professionally. So most welcome, Mr. Arman Hakim Sagar, Senior Faculty, People and Tech Limited. So I would like to invite him and to continue the rest of the session. So most welcome, Mr. Arman Hakim Sagar. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. So everyone can hear me? Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So today we're gonna share some knowledge about our how can we develop a website and a software and design it, and how we can use it. Like, can I share my screen and okay.
Sure, we can see you and you can share your screen.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so let me introduce myself first. I'm Arman Hakim Sagar. I'm like working in the software industry like 7 years and 5 years training experience. I've already worked with many software firms, international and globally, and also train up many institute. So I will try my best to share my knowledge. And already I have contact more than 5,000 students in the software development. And I have a GitHub ranking in Dhaka city around 20. And also I'm certified Laravel developer. I'm working with WordPress Laravel coordinator framework, and that's it. Like I'll share you this document after this session. Okay. So you can just follow my profile in People and Tech Limited link. I'll share it. Okay. So let me discuss today's topic first. So today's workshop, mainly our workshop topic is what is web design, and how can we do the web designing, and how can I do web development, what type of tools we can use it, some live work, and some career development guidelines, and how can I do freelancing, and some question and answer session. So let me start step by step. So first of all, if you want to develop a website or software or any kind of stuff, you have to be, first of all, you have to get knowledge about the website design. This is the main topic. You have to first, you have to knowledge it. So in the web design, you have some knowledge, you have to gather some knowledge in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, this kind of stuff. So I'll directly start some work on that, so you can understand and what will be the difference, all the stuffs and languages. So before starting, I'll just give a short brief. Like HTML is a hypertext markup language. It's a markup language, not a programming language. So you can do statically like website designing and structure making with that. Then come over the CSS. CSS is for cascading style sheet. It's for the designing and the coloring and other stuff. You can do that. And then come the JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language. You can write there some logics and like animation or like any interactive things in there. And in the website design, another important thing is Bootstrap. Bootstrap is for responsive web design. So I will discuss everything in detail in here, also a live demo session. So after the complete web design part, I will start the web development. So let me start coding first. So if we wanna do a simple website like static website or web design, so you have to first you can do it in a without in server. Like if you want to work with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we don't need in a server. You just create a folder in your desktop and start the work. So if I just create a folder and like keep that folder name diu, and then you can create a file like name html. So I'm creating a file called index.html. So this is the file I'm creating for creating the for HTML web designing. Okay, so I'm creating this file for writing the HTML code. So how can I understand this HTML document? When you see the type of the file, it's HTML document, and you can see the extension in here, index.html. So if you just open it and write in a notepad, you can. It's very simple. You can start in at you can write here the code or what you want. So just first let me type some code. I will then explain you what I'm typing here. Let me zoom first. So you can see here a structure called doctype HTML. This is the declaration of this file. So it's the declaration of this file. It's a HTML document, and HTML is a tag-based language. That means it have to be start and end. Like this is the HTML tag. It's starting and ending in here. So this structure you can call it like I'm giving the structure situation here. You can tag at tag end. This is the tag starting part. Like you can write here the tag name, and then the tag is ending part. So if you hit the slash, it will contact the end. So you can see here starting the HTML, and it's ending in here like slash, then it's the HTML. But you have to write the HTML. It's W3C rules that you have to it have to be case sensitive, and the spelling mistake is not accepted in here. You must follow the convention in here like HTML, and you have to end it like HTML. And it's a tag based language, so tag have to be start and it have to be end. Okay, so that is called container tag. Okay, so you can see here this another tag called head and head ending. This is the head starting part. As usual, we have seen it before. So this is the head starting part, and this is the head ending part. And again the body and body starting part and the ending part. So what is the difference between the head and body? What we'll do in here? So if I explain this, like we can do all the website information. So we can write all the website information related or meta related stuffs in here. You can write here the CSS code, CSS link, JavaScript link, meta tags, all the information you will load in this website. You have to write in the link in the head part. Okay. And what we will do in the body part, it will the main container part, what you want to show your client or what we want to show our visitor. Okay. So this is the body part. So if in the body, so we have already told that in the body, we want to show our visitor. What do we want to show our visitor? Like I am just writing here in the H1 tag, it's a built-in tag, heading one tag. I'm just writing here, welcome to our website. Okay. So this is the ending of the tag. So welcome to our website. So how can we see it in the browser? Okay, so you have to run it in the browser. So you can see it's the file index.html. If you right click on the header, you can open with in a many browser you have already installed like Google Chrome or any other browser. So you can see this is the welcome to our website. So if you just concept in here, you have HTML, doctype.html head, body, and the HTML tag end, but nothing is showing in here, just only the website, like welcome to our website. It's only showing in here. And also the H1 is not showing because it's already rendered. It's the tag, HTML tag, so it's not showing. So it's only showing what it's need to show in the HTML container part. So it's already in the bold. So in the H1, if we write something, it will show in a bold structure. Okay. So we have many H1 related tag, heading related tag, like H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I write it, you will see the difference. So this is the tag like H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you refresh now this page, already we have writing this in this page. You can see the diu, this is the folder name, and index is the file name, and html is the extension. So this is the file, exact file we are typing in here. So you can also recheck in here diu index.html. Okay, so this is the file we are typing. So if you refresh this page, so it will now come the h1, this is the h2, and this is the h3, and then there is 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see now the difference between the all the tags. So every tag have its own element or own structure. Okay, so we have to use these tags for the identity of the container. Like if you have any element, this is called element. So in this structure, h1 is the tag starting part, and h1 in here is the tag ending part, and middle part is the element. Okay, so you have to give some structure to this element. So we are giving this structure in the any tag for using it. Okay, so this kind of tag, you will I will suggest you to see W3 School. Like you can see many tag in there. W3 School and Tutorials Point is very good website for learning HTML and CSS and all this languages. So I'm just showing you some of the tags called heading. You can see here the heading part. But if you see, it is many tag like paragraph, formatting, quotation, comment, color, okay, table, and many other tags and attributes in here. So you can learn one by one it, and you can practice also in here. So it's a very good stuff for learning and for the beginner. You can also type here something or run and see the difference in here also already. Okay, so it's a very good website for learning. You can follow it, and also you will find the description in here, all the details in here, all the text details. Okay, so for the short time being, I am not giving you all the information in here, like all the description is don't have much time. So I will just shortly showing you where you can further self study all the HTML text in here. Okay. So if I create a basic structure, like heading is for title. So if I create a basic website structure, we can use the table tag. Okay, so table tag is for creating a structure. So uh, table, it's a tag. So like if you have any horizontally in here, it's we have to create the first table row and then the table columns. So in the table row, you can create as much you want, as much column you want. Okay, so in the table row, this is called tr, and this is the tr ending. Okay, so I am just creating some column in this table. So I'm creating like td1. Td is the table data, that what the data is containing in this row. Okay, so I'm just typing 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is this? Okay, this is a table, and we have 2 rows in the table and 4 columns in this table. Okay, so you can clearly understand it's very simple, and this is the gap is called indentation. So the here is the one tab you have on your laptop or keyboard. You will see the tab section. So if you press tab, it will create a 4 white space. Okay, so I'm giving this tab for the indentation, and it will clearly indent your text tag for long for big element, or if you have many code, you will understand it easily. Okay, so if you just refresh it here, so what we have done, okay, it's a simple table. Okay, so in this table, with using this table, we will today create a basic website layout. Okay, so if you think about a website layout, what will come, like firstly a header and a body. In this body there will be 2 column, and end of the part is a footer. Okay, header, body, and footer. This is the basic structure of a website. Okay, so in this header you have a banner or this kind of stuff, and the body you can have 2 column and 2 different related information, and the footer about your website information and conclusion of the website. Okay, so there will be a 3 row, and in this row there will be some columns. Okay, so if we just create this, this can be our header, and this will be our body. So we have 2 part in our body, body 1 and body 2. For the example, I will change this text later. The left part, right part, body. Okay, so I'm just a demo text, and in the last we'll set the footer. Okay, so footer. Okay, so this is a basic only basic example of this website. So if I just refresh it in the browser, you will see basic structure. Like by it's not any meaningful thing or any structure already. It's not created any structure. So we have to now create the element or the attribute for this work. Okay, so if I said width in here, like 100%, and give a border for visibility. The what we're doing. So border is 1 pixel for the visibility. So if I refresh this, let's see, it's the table tag, but it's header, left body part, right body part, and the footer. Okay, it's basically broken in this part, because uh, this is a practical part. Like if you create a table, it will all time it will match with the same column with the bottom. Like if we give every row 2 column, here is 2 column, here is 2 column, and here is 2 column, and if you refresh now, it's okay now. There is no broken part. But in the table, if you mismatch with the top row column and the second row column is not matching, it have 2 column and it have 1 column. Okay, so it's not matching now. So in this table tag, it will now broken. So if for that section, we have to use the call span attribute. So I'm giving here, I will discuss it after complete. Let me complete first. So I'm giving here 1 and with 100%. Then call span 2, it's 50%. and same for it. Okay, let me check. So let me refresh now again. I will add it to attribute, that is called attribute. So we have learned the tag, but now we are learning new element called attribute. So if you create a tag and then if you define some more information about this tag, you can add attribute, and this attribute can have some value. Okay, so this is call span. Call span is called in here attribute, and this is the value is 1. Okay, so again we have another attribute called width in structure wise. This is structure wise. Okay, so in here we can have another attribute called width, and it has 50%. Okay, so this is the structure and this is the main example. Okay, so if you refresh now, I have some fault in here too. Okay, it's done now. So what I have done here, let me see. So first of all, I have given the call span 1 and width is 50%. So what does it mean? It's meaning that the width 50% will assigning call span, it's called 1. And again, we are dividing this TR table row into 2 parts, and one part have 50% width and another part have 50% width. So minimum value of the width is in here 50%. Like here is 100%, 50%, 50%, 100%. What is the minimum value? In here, minimum value is 50%. So we are adding 1 for the minimum value. Okay. So if in this ratio, you have to add the call span value. Like 50% is for 1, and if we adding 100%, it will be 2. Okay, so minimum value, if the minimum value is 25%, then call span will be 1, and if the value is 50, then call span will be 2, because the minimum value is 25%. So it depends on the minimum value. Okay, so call span then for the 100% width, it will be 4. Okay, so depend on the minimum value, call span is creating. Okay, so if you have any questions or anything, like you can ask me in the chat. Okay, so here is a chat box in here, so you can ask me uh, any question if you have any. Okay, so I'm continuing. Okay, so this is the basic structure we have created for this website. So this is the part. So header and body. Body have 2 parts, left part and right part, and the footer. Okay, so in the header, what we have do, we can have a banner, website banner or anything like that we can set in here. And left part we can have any text or image information, and the right part also we have some text and information. And the footer we have some text and information about this website. Okay, so I have to download some images for that. Let me do this. Okay, so let me download a basic banner for this website. So it's a JPG image, joint photographic group. So I can create a folder for this image, because I can have many images in here, and I have to, like, in the later it will unstructured way in if I don't create any folder. So I'm creating the folder, and here we set the image name in here, called banner. Don't need any extension, because you already have the extension .jpg. So if you save in there, so you can have your own pictures or anything like that. you can download or save in here. So let me say here, like we have the index file and a root and an image file in the root. This is our root directory. Okay, so there is two things: HTML file and image file, image folder. Okay, so in the image folder we have the banner.jpg file. So I have to, if I want to access this HTML file, if I want to access this image folder, image file from this HTML folder, HTML file, we have to first assign this directory called image slash. Okay, so in this header part, you can set this. So this is the folder name, images, and then the file name, banner.jpg. So this is the full path, images. Images is the path because I'm in the diu folder. So I have to assign the images folder first and then the banner folder, banner file. Okay. And img is the tag for linking the image in here. And in the structure, you will see that tag and img, here is the tag, and src is the attribute. Okay. So in this src, you have to set the value. So this is the value called our total path for this file, images, then banner.jpg. Again, I'm saying I'm in the root file index.html. I have to assign the images folder because I have downloaded and set it in here, images folder. Okay. So banner.jpg is our image. So then the file name banner.jpg. Okay. So if you refresh now, so you will see the banner image will show in here. Okay. Okay. So this is the image we have bring in here, but it needs some indentation or margin or like alignment, center alignment, because it's like a corner alignment right now in left corner. So we have to align it. So you can write some CSS now. So in the beginning, we have talk about that, like HTML and CSS. Okay. So this is now we are creating a CSS, some CSS. So CSS will be used for designing or like coloring, or you can margin, padding, or alignment. If you wanna do something like that, you have to uh, use the CSS. Okay. So we didn't create any CSS file yet, so we have to create it. So full meaning of the CSS is cascading style sheet. Okay. So if you create a folder called CSS and create a file, if you want to create a CSS file, you have to give the extension .css. So this is the file name. I'll call it style and .css. Okay. So how you'll define it's a CSS file. In the type section, you will see the cascading style sheet. It's the type, and the style.css in .css extension is also defining the structure of the file. Okay. So this is the style.css. So you can simply, very simple, you can use open it with the style notepad uh, editor, or if you have any Sublime editor or any editor you wanna do, no problem. Okay, so you can in here you can declare the classes and ID for using the um, CSS elements. So here is the structure. You can declare any ID or class for any styling. So I am creating banner image style. So this is the banner image class. Okay. So why it's called class? Because it's starting with dot. So I'm writing basic structure in here. So dot means ID class, and hash means ID. Okay. So dot means class and hash means ID. So we are basically for styling, we always use the class because ID is unique. You can declare multiple same name, multiple ID in a single website. So it will use for when we work with JavaScript on or this type of stuff. But for the designing, we can use the uh, class because after creating a class, you can use it again and again and call it again and again. You still have no problem, but ID is unique. Okay, you have to understand it. ID is unique. You can't declare ID twice in a website, same name ID. Okay, so that's why I'm using a class for this design, um, and giving some styling, assigning some styling in this class. Okay, so first of all, I'm assigning the margin auto. Margin auto means it will all time it will be in the center. Okay, and yes, and some margin auto. If I want to declare this class in this HTML tag, you have to call the class in here. So for that, I have an attribute called class. Okay, so in this attribute, you can declare it. Okay, so class is the attribute and this is the class value. So where is the class declared? This is the class. And I want to display block because margin auto means aligning this image in the center. Okay, but if you want to do something, align something in center, you have to declare the maximum width of this element. Okay, so maximum width, I am setting this display block. That means it will get the full element width. So this is the starting point and that will be the ending point. This image will block the full element. Okay, then I'm saying it will go to margin auto. That means it will be in the center. This is the starting point and that will be the ending point and image will be in the center. Okay, that is the full meaning of this two-line code. Okay, so if you wanna link now, it's a separate file. Like I'm in the HTML and this is the CSS file, two separate file. Okay, so I want to link these two files. So for link these files in the HTML, we have a tag called link. Okay, link href. Then you have to type the file name. The what is the file name? Style.css. But you have to careful. We have created this style.css in a CSS folder. Okay, so we are in the root index.html file, but you have to assign the file in the CSS folder. Okay, so you have to first declare the CSS folder in here, then the file name. And we have a built-in relationship um, tag in here, attribute in here that's called relation. Okay, relation style sheet. Okay, you have to give it because it's the built-in rules, W3C rules. If you link any tag, you have to link any CSS file, you have to declare these two attribute, href and relation. Okay, so that means we have already linked our HTML file with this CSS file. Okay, so for the checking, I'm just first of all creating for the checking, I'm just creating a basic checkup called background color. Yes, let's see. Okay, so this is the tag selector. Tag selector means full body. It will hit the full body and the background color will be red. Okay, I'm writing this code for checking it's linked or not. Okay, so if I refresh this page, its background color will be red. So you see that everything become red in the background color because I have set this, and this is for the checking, not like I'm using it. So I'm in the I'm setting this in the comment. Okay, so what we are doing in here, main point is like we are creating this banner and align it in the center. Okay, so that is our main target, and it already done. Okay, so then next part is called left part and the right part of our website and the footer. Okay, so we're let's do this, creating a left part and a right part. HTML don't have any error. That is the important thing, because it's a markup language. But if you wanna check the error, you can simply type W3C validator. W3C validator. Okay, this is the World Wide Web validator for the HTML tag. And if you want to check anything, any website, you can directly paste the link in it here, or validate the file uploader, or direct input. You can write some HTML tag in here and check it's working or not, or have any error or not. Okay, so directly like PHP or JavaScript, this type of programming language giving some errors, or XML, but HTML doesn't give any error. Okay, but it has some rules and you have to follow it. You can check this by markup validator service or W3C validator website from here. Okay, so that is your first question, and second is like, what is the difference between href and src? There is no difference in the structure wise, because both are attribute. Okay, both are attribute. But if you wanna tell like both are linking something, but href is fetching some element data from another file to this file. Okay, css is a file, and we are fetching all the files, this file's element and attributes in this file. But in the image, src is showing something, like it's not fetching, it's like showing this image. Okay, and we can actually define like that, this type of thing in this html, because all those are built in. So src is for showing image, href is for linking files. Okay, so those are built-in HTML attribute, so we can like separate it anyway. Okay, both are very important, but in the common, we can tell this, declare that attribute. Okay, voice are still low. Can you hear clearly now? Maybe headphone related issue. It's now clear. Okay, if any problem, no, knock me. Sure, no problem. Okay,
No, there is no problem. We can hear you. Sorry, you can continue.
okay, okay. Okay, so where we are now, like linking the CSS file in the HTML document, and we are creating the basic website right now. So we are now building the left part of the body. Okay, left part and the right part, and then the footer. Okay, so in the left part we can we can have an image in here with a description. Okay, like many news portal site or many information related site, we have images and information of this image. Okay, so I can fetch image of this any site. Okay, so like I'm downloading this image, and I can set some description of this image. Okay, so I have downloaded this image for the left body part. Okay, so if I want to do any uh, designing here, I have to do this td part. Okay, so I can set a title in here called our tips. So it's a heading tag. We have already seen that, okay, in the beginning, like for what is heading and what type of do is this. So I have write this for creating a heading. So if you refresh that, so this is the heading for in already in here. So for after this heading, we can add a image of this information of this heading called img src and images. JPG. Let me check the extension. Yeah, it's JPG and maybe spelling mistake. I have to like this. Okay. So you have to be careful with the image name because if the image name is not matching, you can't paste this image. So it's broken, right? It's totally broken now. So you can have any image in here, but you have to be careful with the width. Okay. So if you want to uh, fit the image in here, you can set 100% width or like partial width, like 50% or 40% width. So I am setting here 100% width. So I want to set this image with 100%. Okay. So if you want to do it 100%, you have to declare a class for it because I am manipulating the information and design. Okay, so you need the CSS now. So I'm just creating a class called with 100%. Okay, so every time I will call this class, it will define 100% width. Okay, 100% width of the tag. Okay, so this is 100. You can name it anything if you it will be meaningful, right? Okay, so I will declare another like with 50 for the next image. So I'm declaring it with 100. Okay, so we have already created the class. If you want to call it, you can just declare it here like with 100. Okay, so if you refresh now, you see it now fit in here. Okay, it's now already fit in here. Yeah, but you can a little bit you can set this image little bit with uh, reduce this width because it have too much height in here. uh, so I can set it 40%. It will look better. So you have to call this class in here with 40. So it's like showing better now. And we have some space in here for the text. Okay, so I can write some information about the image. Okay, in here. So here's the title, here's the image, and here we can write some description of this image or this section. Okay, so mm, uh, for any type of information or a paragraph type of information, you can have a tag called p. So this is the tag. You can write in here all the information about the image. So if I just uh, Google random text generator, okay, so we'll get some text in here. We can copy it and paste it in here. It's a demo text, don't worry. So let's see now, we have another problem. Okay, so if you paste some text in here, it will go under the image. Okay, so if you wanna set this text beside the image, you have to understand about the floating. Okay, so what is the floating? Floating means alignment of the element. Okay, so if I float this text to the image like float left, so image will be in the left side and the text will be on the right side of the image. Okay, so we have two floating elements, float left and float right. We are using here the float left part. Okay, so let me declare the class for the float left. So we are now floating the texting. Okay, so first of all, just float left for the image part. So if I refresh now, you see it's working now. Okay, so this is the floating. Okay, so we have done what we are doing, like um, uh, assigning the text beside the image. Okay, so it's now working. So if you want a gap between the text and the image, it's not showing good right now, you can assign a gap. Okay, so we can set some margin. So this type of alignment, margin, padding, width assigning, okay, we can use CSS. So that is the best main example of CSS, how can use it in the HTML. So if you want to set a margin in here, so it will create some gap. Okay, so I'm giving a margin, creating a class for margin, suppose margin 10, and I'm assigning margin for this element uh, uh, for the all part, like top, right, bottom, left, margin in the all side. Okay, so margin 10 pixel. So if I just call this class in here margin 10, it will create another design. You see, it's now working and it have the margin. It have margin in every side. Okay, so this way you can set any image or text in a section. Okay, and if you like link, you want to link this with something, like if you click here and it will go to another page or more details part, you can set the um, link tag in here. I'll show you that. Let me check the chat box.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes.
Uh, there are some question in chat box. So will you
Okay.
take this question in the after the session or in mid of the session?
No problem. It's like 30
I
seconds.
think there are some question on related on HTML. So I think before going the next session, you can answer
Yeah.
this question
Okay.
because those questions are related to HTML.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
what is the Doctype HTML? Is it a tag or it's another tool for HTML? So first of all, I have declared it. Doctype HTML is a declaration of the page. It's HTML or another page. It's an identifier for the Google. So when a Google render your page and see, oh, it's a website and it's a page, and I want to render it, but what is the page and what is the name of the page, title of the page? So this title is for the Google. Okay, so it will in the comment, like this exclamatory sign set as a comment. Okay, so every website or HTML document you will see this doc type element part. It's another thing is it's a W3C rules. In the W3C validator, when you type this HTML and paste it, it will show a error called you haven't declared the doc type HTML part in the top. Okay, so you have to do this. Okay, so for the rules and regulation, there is no error like in the physical error, like you can't do it or whatever, like you can't publish your website or anything like that, not like that. Okay, but it's the rule, you have to follow this for the flawless website, or in the future if you want to take a Google AdSense approval or anything international platform or any globally you can use this website, you have to follow the rules of the HTML, but it will not show any physical error if you don't use it. Yeah, all the HTML tag come with a pair, but there is some tag we didn't see that actually. I already discussed about container tag, but there is some tag is called empty tag. Empty tag is not a pair tag. Okay, so it will start, but it will not end. Yeah, we already have seen that. If you just close look after this tag, the image. Did you see? Image is not end. There is no img end in here. Did you see that? Okay, we don't use it. Okay, so we are using this kind of uh, element or ending when we want element. Okay, so what is the element? Element is the middle part of the tag. So we want to link an image and it will show in our website. We don't need any element in here. So that type of things or that type of time we can use the empty tag. Okay, so there is no pair in here. Okay, so these two type you can follow, like container tag and the empty tag. So empty tag example is that. Okay, so we can start again. So there is the title and the image and the description, and in the right body part, if you want to set again any section in here like image or description, so you can set it like you can download another image. Okay, so we will use it in the left section. Sorry, in the right section. So first of all, our image will came and then the title and the description. So you can simply copy now this part because already similar kind of. So first of all, we want to show the image and then the description and title. So what is the name of this image? Ball.jpg. So this is the name of the image and then the title and the paragraph. Okay. Oh, again, this is broken, totally broken because image size is too big. Okay. So we have to fix it like before we have done it. So we have no, we now know how to do this because we have already done this. So we can take a class called with 100 for 100% width, and you can declare this or call this in here in the image ball part. So this image now will be 100%, not more than that. Okay, it now fit in here. Okay. And you can set the height also. So I'm setting the height and width both. Okay. And then the batting tips is the heading and the paragraph is for this part. Okay. So this way you can creating this section. We have some chat portion. Does any hyperlink apply to the text? Okay, sound is low. Okay, everyone hearing my sound or any problem, please tell me.
We can hear you, but think sound is slow.
It's clear now?
Yeah, it's
I
much
think
better.
headphone is far away. Like,
Yeah, okay. It's
okay.
much better now. Thank you.
Okay, so it's a good question. Does a hyperlink apply to the text yet? No, it didn't. But we will do it right now. We will set a hyperlink in this text in here. So we can set call like if you click on this image, it will go to another link of this details of this image. Okay, or another page of HTML internal link or external link. So for the link, we have a tag called a. Okay, a href. So href is the part where it will navigate. Okay, so in this href part, we'll assign where it will go. So I want to want to set something like that. If you click on this image, it will go to google.com. Suppose. Okay. So so this is the part. So in this image is now acting like a container. So this is the tag, a tag, and the element in here is now this image is acting like an element of this a tag. Okay, so the a already wrapped the img tag, and a step is the destination where it will go after the click. Okay, so if you now refresh this page, okay, and click on this image, okay, just click it, and you see you go to google.com. Okay, so it's already linked. You can if you want to link any text. Okay, so if you want to link any text, you can see the example also. If you want to link the h3 tag, so it will link with another page of our website. Okay, so we have only one document in here, HTML document. We can create another HTML document in here and link with that. So you can set it details .html. We are creating another HTML document in here. Okay, so it's a simple HTML document. It will like only contain the hello for the detail. So hello, this is the detail after click. Like I'm clicking in there, and it will show the message in here after the click. Okay. So if you just click in here, it's the external link up. Okay. We have two type of link up in here: external link up and internal link up. So internal link up will go to same website and different page. Okay. And if you go to the internal link up, external link up, it will go to a different website or from our server to another server. Okay, so I'm showing you in the right now the internal link up. So we have created a tag HTML page called details.html. So details.html is a separate page in here. We'll go to this page from after clicking from here. Okay, so if we just click now, this is our batting tips, and if you click in here right now, it will go to the hello. This is the click detail of after click. This is the detail after click, something like that. So we have seen two type of link up. Okay, this is external link up, google.com, and this is the internal link up. Same server, another page. Okay. So I think some question already arrived. I have to check the chat box. Okay. Okay. You can write it, no problem, because it's a demo text. Okay, you are not publishing it to any server or using it for any public element or copyright something, not like that. You can use this for the demo practice. It will not harmful. Okay. Yes, illustration, the architect. Yes, the syntax are using or the tag are using for the illustration. It gives the structure and the styling of the element and the architecture element of the page. Okay, the syntax are all doing that. And last of all, we are in the footer part. So in the footer part, we can write some text or anything like that in here. Footer banner image for in here. For the demo purpose, we can download an image from here and set up in the footer. Okay, so we have already downloaded an image for the footer. So it can be anything. Just let me check. So in the image folder, we have already downloaded a image called footer.png. Okay, so if you just link it, okay, so you have to follow the convention, like this is the folder name and this is the file name. So we have already discussed about it. So you have to follow it, otherwise this image will not show in here. So if you just refresh it now, okay, so it's a image but it's broken. Like you can use the tag called for the center element. We have a tag banner image. So it will take it the center. Okay, So that is the literally basic structure, header, footer, and sidebar, yeah, linking, image, and everything. So if you want to study more about it, you can like Google it, and you have all the information on W3 School. You can follow it, or the tutorials point. It have a really good resource in there, so you can follow all these things. Okay. So from now, we have already discussed about the web design, and we have already created a basic structure in the HTML, and some tags we have already discussed in here. But we have another like information, like some information about our workshop, like web development, web design, and web development. What is web development? I will show you two things for this web development. First of all, if you want to develop this website, like it's a static website, it don't have any database or any dynamic information or dynamic image. We are just static image downloading and linking it here. But if you want to create a dynamic website, or it have any database or server, or that, like that type of things, you have to learn the PHP. Okay, so you have to learn the PHP. PHP is a very popular language in the website, and it's a generally a scripting language, and it's used for the server-based language, and it's for the dynamic website. It's communicate with the server and the front end for dynamic, and call all the data and manipulate it. It's also have some information in W3 School. You can learn it from here. It have I know you know C++ or any other languages. Okay, it's similar like that. It have the array loop, variable, functions, and all type of things. So why PHP is very popular? Because it's only uses for the web, and it's very fast. Okay, so if you use Facebook, Yahoo, Wikipedia, you see it's built in with the PHP language. So it's very familiar, and you can do many interactive things with that. And another another language I will show you for dynamic website, it's Mysqli. Okay, so for the communication with the database, you can use the PHP, but where you will use this store your data, all your information, it will be the MySQL database. It's very familiar and very lightweight and usable, very small application. You can run it, and you will combine this with a XAMPP software. So you can download simply the XAMPP software. It's the Apache Friends, created by Apache Friends, and you can simply download the XAMPP software. I have already downloaded it, and I can show you how it works. If you just download it, you can see it's the Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat, all the modules already installed in here. You can just switch and use it. Okay, you can create a temporary server in here. It already run in the port 80 and 443, and MySQL in the 3306 port. So you can you very easily learn PHP from here, and dynamic stuff practicing from XAMPP software. And if I show you some example, like if I created that website in the HTML, if I want to convert in the PHP, just simply convert it. I will show you how can we convert this design to PHP. Just cut this folder diu. You know I'm working in here, so this is the folder, and the Explorer part, I will go to the htdocs part, htaccess part. Htdocs is the part where you will put all your files, and you can, after creating the server, you will access all your files in here. So diu is the path. So in the htdocs, after downloading the XAMPP, you will have the htdocs, and diu. I have created this folder for access the to access it now. just admin diu. You see, we have already in the local host. Okay, so we have already just I have already downloaded this Apache and Friends Jam software. So it's not it. You can and if you run it, it's simple. It's already in the server. It's already running in the server. Okay. So you can navigate it like index.html. Okay, so it's working. If you want to just convert this HTML file to PHP, it's very simple. Just go to this folder and convert this HTML extension to the PHP extension. And if you convert this, it will now it will not run in the desktop because it's a PHP file. Okay, it's need a server for run it. Okay, so if you just run it now, it will not found because you are looking for the index.html, but we have already converted the index.php. Okay, so you see, we have completed our first step for the dynamic website. It have already convert in the PHP part. Okay, so index.php. So you can write now all your stuffs and all your PHP code in here in this file and dynamic it in later. Okay. Okay, that's the basic thing I have to told you. Like if you learn and want to do some website design and then develop it, you have to download the server, you have to learn the PHP, you have to learn the MySQL for the database integration and database development. Okay, so there is lots of thing in here. Actually, I will show you a correct guideline for this workshop. I will share with you. Um, if you want to learn a better guideline for this task, I will show you that. Okay. So what I am talking about last one and half an hour, like all the things in here, you can see the short modules in here, all the things in here, you can see HTML. Okay. So you can go through all the things like element, attribute, head, paragraph. We have already discussed all the things in this session. Okay. But you have to learn all these things like tables. I have already discussed about it, but you have to learn the forms. Okay, the canvas, you can animate all the things from here. Then you can learn the CSS. Okay, discussed in this section, and the text links, but you have to learn the margin, padding, and all the in-depth steps for the animated website or advanced level website, right? And then the JavaScript, we don't actually go through this part bigger language, JavaScript. So you can use this for any type of animation, or you can use this for the browser-based interaction, form validation. Okay, so this type of work is very lightweight language, JavaScript, and jQuery. It's a part of it. Okay, jQuery is a library of JavaScript. So you can, after learning the JavaScript, you can learn the jQuery. It's very simple and very easy. So that is the module, that is the guideline. You have this session, like after this session, you have to develop all these things for the complete web design and development training. Okay, so this is the SEO part. You have to learn the basic SEO, advanced, and SMI, and understanding the SEO parts. Photoshop, Illustrator for the basic photo manipulation and illustration. And let's see what's it. SQL and MySQL, already I have discussed about it. But you have to know how to create the database, how to manipulate the database, and how to create the primary key, drop and join. Okay, so you can dynamic your website. It's actually a very fast thing, database. Okay, So you have to learn all the steps one by one, joining all the group by insert all the keyword in here. Then PHP. So as I told you, like PHP is the similar language. Like if you learn the C, C++, C Sharp, everything have the like variable, loop, um, like array, everything you have in there. It's also have in here. Okay, so it's very easy, and PHP is one of the easiest language. If you try this, actually, it's a very fun thing, and you will enjoy this language. Okay. You can send mail by PHP, and you have to, if you work in an advanced way, like if you want to develop it, if you have to make an e-commerce site, like for the marketplace. If you want to earn money from here, you have to learn the how to make an e-commerce site or system design, or like how to make a advanced level website. You have to learn it. Okay. So that is the guideline, and and that is the main thing. And if you learn after this web design and development, you should learn WordPress or Laravel framework. Okay, and that is the main key point, because all the software firm in Bangladesh or India or like Malaysia, Thailand, if you go in there, they're all are following any framework like called if you know software or website in built in raw PHP. Okay, they all do follow a framework. So you can follow Laravel. It's very popular right now, and WordPress or Coordinator. Okay, so that is the guideline for you guys. Okay, any question you can tell me. That is the basic session from my side to how to you can develop the web design development and career path. So any question from any student?
Hello, dear students. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we heard you.
Okay, so our
we can hear you.
already already
Sir,
discussed
we
the
have question it in the box for a few questions. I think you will not see it.
okay, Sultan. Yep, right. Can you hear me, Sultan?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yes,
can
I
ask.
hear you. My question is, yes, I have already mentioned in the check box, but now I will again question
Okay, so
you. My
you can
question
ask
is,
me your question.
what are the main technical challenges faced by the web developer or the youngest students that would like to become a web developer? Especially if I take that I'm web developer, especially I took that I'm web developer because in order to understand common challenges and misconceptions among web development. So what is the biggest technical challenge that I face it when I would like to be a web developer?
Okay, thank you, Sultan. Basically, Sultan asked a question to our resource person. His question is, what are the main technical challenges faced by web developer, especially if I take that I am a web developer, because in order to understand common challenges and misconception among the web developing. So what is the main technical challenge, right, Sultan? Is it your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So main
Uh,
challenge you have to follow, like the timing challenge. Like you have a very short time in the real life project. You have facing the clients, and they will give you a very little time for develop a website and designing it. Okay, and after you have to develop in the short time. So you have to learn it very deeply. Okay, so you have to you can't say your client that you can do this, or it's not possible. Okay, so it's the main challenge. So you have to keep your client happy, and another challenge is like you have to solve all the bugs, and when you code. Okay, so you will face many type of problem, like errors. Okay, many type of complex errors and problem you will face, but you have nobody to help you in this part. Okay, so this is the main challenge I also face, because sometimes I have get the error 1 week, 2 week, no solution in the beginning. So if you practice, or like you have to you have to Google it, or you have to understand it and Google it, and take a very good solution, or you can take help from us also for this task. Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sultan. Do you have any question from any other students?
Yes, sir.
Please ask your question.
And we want to give us some steps that we can learn web developer fastly.
Sorry, we didn't get you. Would you please explain again?
And we want to give us, especially me, I want to give, I wanted to give, I wanted to give you and some steps that I can learn web developer fastly.
So some useful step you can learn the web development fastly, right? That is your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. So I have already discussed this in my session. If you want to learn it from the beginning, like I can tell you all the things in depth, and no one can help you in here. Okay, so you can follow the W3 school. That is the best place for anyone to learn the any language. Okay, W3 school and tutorials point. Just follow it, and it have the all the menus in here. Browse it, text it, like explore it, and you have no confusion after that. Okay, so and most of the things you can find in here. Okay, I think you get
Okay.
your answer. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ali. So, do you have any questions? Our resource person already discussed some basic point of HTML, CSS, and how to integrate JavaScript, how to integrate MySQL for database connections. Okay. So basically, this 2 hours or 3 hours is not enough to develop a website. So he just tried to show you how to develop a project and how to step by step way develop a web design, web development. So now, if you have any questions, then you can ask him.
Yes. There is a relationship between web development and apps development. If you if you think globally, like if you have any website and have any apps, okay, so that will don't have any separate database. It will have a single database, and you have to communicate with a single endpoint. So you have to build the API. So you have to learn the API system and the authentication system in API, token-based authentication, in many other advanced level of working there. So yes, there is a relationship. And you have, if you are a web developer, you have to know all the tasks of the apps developer. Otherwise, you can't communicate with the apps developer and develop a website. Okay, so if your client want a website with an app, you have to know the app, how apps developer work, and what's the requirement he want to you from you. Okay, so that's a little bit advanced, because you have to know the API and all these stuffs. Okay, but yes, there is some relationship.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is there any question, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ask
Sir,
me.
I have another question.
Okay.
My question is, hello. My question is, when I saw when you are explaining the HTML tags, I saw in the above line is, I mean the first line. When I saw it, I see that when you write Doctype HTML. So what is the what's the Doctype HTML? Is it a tag, or is it another tool for HTML? And what will be changed if I do not care Doctype HTML in tag of HTML?
Okay, I got your question, Sultan. Okay, sir, please. As he just asked when we used doc type in HTML writing. So if you do not write this doc type, so what is the problem? What is the main reason of using doc type?
Okay, I think already I have answered this
Yes,
question.
already sir answered it.
I will repeat it again, or you will get this from the video.
You can, sir, you can skip
Okay.
this because we already discussed this one. So you
Okay.
can get this answer Sultan from this recorded video. Okay, we will provide you. Okay, if you have any question, new questions. Okay.
Operating system does not support the ended character. How can the simple symbol be represented? And thanks. Okay, there is no relationship with the operating system with what we have learned in HTML and CSS. There is no a major relationship like it will not support in this operating system or that operating system. Yes, when you are creating a server in the Ubuntu or like Linux platform, there is some difference or working in there, but in the basic way what we are learned today, there is no supporting related issue in here. Okay,
No, thank you.
any more question you can ask.
Sir,
Yep, you can ask. Who is
and
this?
is there any difference between web developer and app developer?
Web developer and apps developer, right? Okay.
Okay, I think already I have answered little bit about it, but apps is different thing. You know, it's built by Java, or if you using cross platform like Flutter or
Flutter.
Ionic, it's a different thing. It's you are using app. You know that it's not a website. Website is something like that. You are going to the browser and type facebook.com. It's a website, okay. And if you are downloading some file from the Apple like Play Store and run it. It's a app. Okay, so there is a relationship between both of these two, but it's a different thing.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, we have
Hello,
another.
sir.
What is the main important programming language? In your chat box, there is a question.
Okay, what is the main important programming language to be good at when we do web developer or designer? Or we have already discussed about it the full session. Like you have to learn. You can develop it by Python or Java, Spring, Django, whatever you want. You can build by Node.js, JavaScript. But I suggest you for the beginners use PHP. Okay, it's a simple and easy, most easiest language for the web development. It's not like that other things can do it, but you can do it. I suggest you PHP. Okay, so it's easy. So go for easy at the beginning, then complex for the rest. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So basically, HTML, CSS, you can use
Hello.
HTML, CSS in
Hello,
everywhere.
sir.
You can use from PHP, or you can use from a Django framework. So also you can develop
Hello,
your
sir.
project using Java. Okay, Mohammed, you can ask your question.
Sir, obviously there is a two. There is two net web darknet and global net. So if I make a website, how can I? Is there possible to access web darknet and internet information about darknet?
Sorry, .NET or
Darknet.
Dart.
Yes, sir. If I make a
Uh,
website, how can I access in darknet?
we didn't hear your question, I think. Arman sir, can you hear the question?
It's a Dart language like Google or a .NET from.
Flutter basically working with Dart language. So, what you have asked? Okay, so we are
Sir,
not
can I
clear your
repeat?
question. You can repeat or you can ask your question on chat box. That will be easier to us to take your question. Okay, Mohammed.
Okay. I will.
Okay. Okay.
There's a question in chat box. Can I start Python before starting HTML and CSS?
Yes, you can do, no problem. If you can manage, you have no relationship between that. It's a
Okay.
markup language, HTML, and Python is a programming language.
Okay. This question is asked by Abdul Rahman from Day 57.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you, Mr. Arman Hakim Sagar sir, for your cooperative sessions. I think we are end of these sessions, and all of our students already heard some basic knowledge how to start a web development, because web development is not a session for 1 hour or 2 hours. It's a long session. It would minimum take 2 or 3 months to complete your basic uh, courses, basic languages like HTML, CSS, PHP, or Mysqli integration. So just we are trying to show you how to interact, how to start. Okay. So we will take your questions last 2 minutes, then we'll end the session. So if you have any question, then you can ask me within 2 minutes about web development. Okay. And some of questions I already our resource person described, and you can this video is recorded, so you can see his answer from the recorded video. Okay, so someone is asked, what are the relationship between darknet and web development? Can you hear me, sir? Arman Hakim Sagar sir, some of our students has asked what is the basic difference of darknet and web development, right?
I have no work experience before the darknet, so I can't answer you for that. Sorry.
Okay.
Darknet one web development, I didn't have any experience on darknet.
Okay, Mohammed. Basically, I just know the Dart is the programming language, right? Google just developed this programming language.
Sir, there is a obviously we use normal network. We can
Yeah.
access darknet.
Yep. Yep.
So if I make a website, there is a million website in darknet who can access sell everything in a black market. So how can I put my website into black market, and who?
Zilan sir, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, Arman sir. I think we can finish, right?
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay. So before finishing, I would like to thank you, and I would like to invite the COO of People and Tech, Mr. Abdul Hamid sir. Sir is I would like to invite him to give his valuable speech. Okay, as a professional. So, Mr. Abdul Hamid sir. Sir, can you hear me, Abdul Hamid sir?
Maybe he is absent now. He was present and I talk with him, but now I can see him.
Okay. So, Arman Hakim sir, you can say is some ending to us as something they're trying to develop their cake. So that happen. So before joining our CEO sir, you can tell them something the prosperity of this the web development and development. So in this sector, how our students can benefit it. Just summary of your sessions. You can continue, sir, please.
Okay, thank you. It's a really honorable, like if you working in here, actually, if you work in the web development platform and web designing platform, I think you are very lucky. You are very lucky you are in here and you are in the session. Also, you are in the CSE department. You are lucky because this is the world of the technology right now. and everyone in the everyone in every business are making website and software, and they're everything. They're working with big data, and they're not doing anything in manually. Everything is now in software and database. So it's a very good opportunity for all of you to learn this and work in the professional side. And it's a and in the marketplace, it's a lots of job. I can tell it's there is not enough resource in the market, what we want expect. Okay, so if you have the experience and the working level skills, you can easily go do you can find a job and sustain this marketplace and have a good salary range. I can assure you that no job can give you more than this industry salary. If you have the skills, if you got lots of salary in here also from the beginning and after the experience level. And for the guideline, you can follow the freelancer.com or upwork.com and this type of platform.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have another questions. So, as a web developer, when I start my web developing, so for validation, basically we use some JavaScript framework. So, which framework is better for a new developer to start with the framework? Start with his framework, Node.js or React or another.
Okay, sir. So basically, from now, 60 to 70% website actually use jQuery. Okay, so jQuery is very familiar, and it's already using by all the coordinator developer from the 2015, 13, and all the old stuffs. And now we are using AngularJS. And if you are using the Laravel, you have to use Vue.js. Okay, if you're using Python or Django, you can use the Angular. Okay,
Angle.
start development and use this. And if you want to scratch build the full website in the JavaScript, you can use Node.js. Okay, so you don't need to learn anything more than that. It's very fast, and many website in the down market right now, fully website is built in Node.js. So it's very familiar and popular, and lots of job sector in here also.
Okay, thank you, sir. This is informative. So basically, the first choice of framework is important for everyone. Okay, thank you. I think we are end of this session. So is there Abdul Hamid sir? I think there is some problem. Jilani sir, have
Yes,
you
I'm
contacted
checking.
him? Okay, Nur Novi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So Abdul Hakim sir,
Now he is present in this session. Absent in this session. Now he's absent in this session.
okay, so Jilani sir, we can finish.
Yes, we can finish it now.
Okay, so dear students, thank you everyone for joining this fruitful sessions, and I would like to thank you everyone for joining this wonderful session, and we are very thankful to the authorities of Dhaka International University to cooperate with us to arrange these interactive sessions. And I think we will arrange some informative and cooperative session in next time, inshallah. And if you have any problems, then you can contact with us, and we are the whole session we already recorded, so we will provide you the session to you. So if you have any problems, then you can see the recorded video. So till now, best of luck to all of you, and thank you. And today's session, we are going to end of this session, and I would like to thank you another person, Mr. Khandakar Mohammad Mohiddin sir, for his effort. And I would like to thank you our dean of this department and chairman of this CSC department, Professor Dr. A.T.M. Mahabur Rahman sir. So thank you everyone. Good night. Allah Hafiz.